ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Please allow me to adopt the protocol which has already been established. And thank you, Julita, again for this kind introduction. It is an honor for me to address you on the occasion of International Women's Day. This day serves as an annual reminder of the progress made in respect of women's rights and gender equality. It is also a reminder that women still have more to accomplish to break down barriers and to achieve true gender parity worldwide, which can only be overcome through deliberate action. It gives me a degree of pride, however, to note that St. Lucia is one of only 3 countries in the world where you are more than likely to have a female boss. Ladies, you should be proud. And this is not me saying this. It's the ILO, the International Labour Organization. So give yourselves a hand of applause. The other 2 countries are Jamaica and Colombia. But we, as women, know there is still work to be done. Within each of us lies a story worth telling. And I feel honored to have been asked today to share with you a little about my journey through life. I am not here to lecture anyone about how to live their life, but rather to tell you about who I am and how I got here. My life story is one of determination, tenacity, resilience, hard work, and a positive can-do attitude. I was born Marcella Placid, raised in the community of Tours, and the middle child of 7 children. I come from very humble beginnings. I was an only girl who played cowboys and Indians, karate, cricket, and table tennis with my older brothers. The scars on my knees will provide the evidence of a girl trying to be as tough as the boys. I can tell you, that was not easy, and I remember many times having to hold back the tears when I fell and hurt myself, as I knew my older brothers would make fun of me for being a girl and a crybaby. I learned early to never give them that satisfaction, and more importantly, that anything that they would do, I could do it too. As I got older, I learned the importance of being passionate about what you do and in life and what you can achieve, whatever you set your mind to do once you are passionate. My father was very strict and instilled in us the value of a good education. I attended the Ave Maria Girls Infant School, the St. Joseph's Convent, and the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. Whilst my financial situation limited my opportunities, I did not allow that to define me or to prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. I was always a curious child who was eager to learn and grow. I mainly interacted with people who were older than me because I always felt that I could learn something from them. Having an interest in politics from early, I worked with the electoral office during every summer vacation from the time I was 15 years old, so I could learn about the electoral process and procedures. Many people know of my long career as a banker with RBTT or RBC, but many don't know that I started at the level of a teller. It was there that I realized the the values of hard work, discipline, integrity, and a passion to serve others are the key pillars of success. Within 2 years of working at the bank, I became pregnant and got married, and my life as Marcella Clark began. When my son was 2 years old, I realized that in order to advance in my career and make the salary required to educate him, I would have to pursue higher education. It was very difficult to balance it all, but I enrolled in the 6-year distance learning course at UWI Cable campus on the Mon. After a hard day's work, I would attend evening classes on campus, then at home to take care of a husband and toddler. I taught many students on campus who had challenges with mathematics courses. Something that I was lucky came easily to me. I just wanted to help those other working parents to complete their degrees and graduate. I believe in being kind and empathetic towards others as it makes the world a better place. In my opinion, it always comes back to you and to your children. Amen. Do not ever think that education is out of your reach if you are a working parent. With discipline and time management, I am proof that it is possible. After completing the degree and graduating with first-class honors, I also completed a master's in finance from the University of Leicester in the UK. I toiled through the nights, believing in myself and believing that I had a greater purpose. But I did it with the help of family and my community, without whose encouragement and help I would not have been able to chase my dreams. At work, I assisted others whenever I could once my duties were completed, which helped me to learn new skills on the job and also assist others to reach their full potential. I worked for 25 years within the bank, where I held various senior positions and helped hundreds of persons to obtain loans, many of whom run successful businesses and enterprises today. I am very proud of my own legacy with the banking industry of helping so many solutions successfully achieve their goals and objectives. Through hard work, perseverance, and being always willing to help and support my colleagues at work, I consistently climbed the ranks within the bank, seizing every opportunity for growth and advancement. Along the way, there were many obstacles, as there are for all of us. However, I embraced each challenge as an opportunity for improvement and welcomed constructive feedback, which allowed me to get promoted and to succeed. I embraced innovation and change, constantly seeking new ways to drive progress. Change is the only constant in life, and if you do not keep up with the change, then ultimately you will be left behind. Embracing change has been an important skill that I learned along the way, and I view it as a necessary ingredient for success. One of my lifelong dreams was to own my own home. I purchased my first parcel of land at the age of 24, and by the time I was 33 years, I was able to buy land at Cap Estate and to build a house. I remember having to undergo tremendous personal sacrifice by giving up the convenience of having my own vehicle in order to save so that I could make an investment. I rented my personal vehicle on a long-term basis and took the public transport to work every day. This provided 2009 that my husband suddenly passed away, leaving me with 2 young boys, aged 3 and 11. I was also in the process of constructing my home, whilst at the same time completing a master's program. I became a single mother and a widow overnight, not knowing how I would manage our family's grief, but also all the commitments in my life, as well as the financial obligations that I had. I was so fortunate that my father came to the rescue and promised to be a father to my 2 sons. He picked them up from school every day and was available whenever I needed him to help with the children. I ensured that I had a good structure within my home to assist with household affairs, which helped to create a proper work-life balance. I don't know how I found the strength, but I sure did pray, and yes, I pulled myself out of an abyss, and after about 3 months, I continued the construction of my home. Though I had many setbacks, my investment in land at an early age provided me with the means to liquidate assets to inject into the construction of my home, thus enabling me to move in during 2010. At the time, my home was incomplete, but my family had our own place to call home, and I continued to press on to the finish line. It was, of course, tough being a single parent, as many of you here would know. Many times, after completing my monthly budget for payments of bills, I did not have a penny left over to be able to take the children for pizza, the one treat that they look forward to. Although I am fiercely independent, I learned that it was okay to seek support from family or that person you can call a true friend. I prioritized for greater use of resources and remained determined to overcome all challenges that presented themselves with determination and grace. To all the single parents out there, keep pushing ahead and do not ever give up. Your journey may be filled with barriers and moments of uncertainty, but you are stronger and more capable than you think. Seek help where you need it, whether spiritual, emotional, financial, or medical. Whilst your selfless sacrifices will ensure a better future for your family, this is compromise if you do not take care of yourself in the process. I was fortunate to fall in love again and married in 2014 to become Marcella Johnson, as you all know me. I had already reached the pinnacle of my banking career, and any opportunity for advancement would probably have meant moving to another country. The banking industry had also been through so much change, with a focus on targets which were almost impossible to achieve. I realized that I needed an exit strategy and a new plan to allow me to continue to generate income, as obviously it was unwise to forfeit an income unless I could replace it. About 1 year before leaving the bank, I decided to start a car rental company from the ground up. I founded my own business with a mission to create value in the marketplace. Despite the risks and uncertainties with business, I built a successful company called Lux Inc., which continues to grow year by year. Over the past few years, I have been contemplating entering the political arena and thus brought my older son into the business, who I have now fully trained and who now manages the company. As indicated earlier, the administration was making in our country. I saw the direction our country was heading in, the thousands of jobs created, the investments that were coming our way, the proposed hospital and national healthcare insurance plan, and the fact that the entire region was looking at us with envy.
Oh, yes.
I was truly inspired by this visionary leader and wanted to be a part of this momentum. I wanted to contribute to the social and economic development of my country, but frankly, at the time, I wasn't sure how to do so. During October 2020, I was sitting at home and received an emergency call from the party that I needed to act as a temporary senator in order to pass the critical COVID bill, as the two independent senators had not turned out. I immediately sprang into action and blazed down to Parliament. Once it was explained to me, I did not hesitate to act, as this was during a pandemic and many persons were dying from COVID-19. Quite frankly, I did not understand why anyone who would have wanted to play politics with people's lives. I was happy to help my party and my country pass the COVID Act. This was my first foray into active politics, and thereafter I advised the party that I was willing to serve in whatever capacity needed. I assisted the UWP Grocery Constituency Branch during the 2021 elections by training agents and managing the polling station A1C and D. I accepted the role to serve as treasurer of the UWP at the party's convention 1 year ago. In this role, I helped raise funds for the party and to ensure that financial commitments of the party are met. As you will all appreciate, the needs of a political party are endless, and every day there are costs to be met for something. I am grateful to lend my banking and financial expertise to the party to help the executive and the party as a whole, to ensure that things run smoothly and that bills are paid. I now own a home and am more or less retired with financial security. I want nothing from politics, but only to make a contribution. I am not motivated by ambition or self-interest, but I have a genuine desire to serve others. I am genuinely inspired by the leadership of the Honorable Alan Chapman. A man who always gives more than he takes, and who works tirelessly to try to leave this country better than he found it. I consider myself privileged to be a part of a political party which has always been the party of progress in this country. A party led by an executive of strong men and women, and with a leader who is committed, selfless, kind, successful, a true visionary in my view, and who in 3 short years accomplished more for this country than anyone wanted. I cannot imagine where we would have been if COVID hadn't happened. But we need to imagine it, because unless we imagine it and believe it to be our rightful destiny, we won't achieve it. And so, I offer myself to this party to create positive change be a part of a team and to always ask in the eternal but paraphrased words of John F. Kennedy. Ask not what your party can do for you, but what you can do for your partner. Because as we have all seen, when our party is successful, our country is successful. And when our country is successful, we as women have an opportunity to prosper and to have a life with purpose. In conclusion, let us all continue to look out for women and girls worldwide to ensure every female has equal opportunity to reach their full potential. And we are not asking anyone for any favors or any special consideration. We deserve to be in leadership positions in our society. Yes, we deserve to be in leadership positions in our society, in business and in politics. We deserve a seat at the table. And it is only when we realize that real change will come.